What if I told you that the only thing that matters is what you think about yourself? I know we live in this age of social media and people sometimes introduce themselves with their Instagram and this is how many followers I have, how many likes I have. All of that, it's okay. But remember, that is temporary. Instagram can be shut down in a second, and then who are you without your Instagram followers or likes? Maybe you value yourself because of money you have in the bank or because of what people think about your achievements. All of that has no significance. And let me tell you a story. I was reading the book A Man's Search for Meaning from Viktor Frankl, and he said the story about a man that when he was asked by the SS, by the Nazis, to approach them when they were like gathering Jews in the cities, he came with a big stack of files. And all these files represented his titles, his achievements. He's like, I'm a doctor, very well-known doctor and scientist, and I've been condecorated for this, I've been given this award. And then what the officer did is grab all those papers and threw them on the ground. Like, now, what are you and who are you? And it's sad, but so many people attach their value, their meaning, their purpose to digits on the bank, to likes on their social media account, to decorations on their walls, or like certificates or awards. All of that it's cool to have. I'm not gonna say no. But the only thing that matters, and that's why I'm making this video for you, is what you think about yourself and the score you give of yourself. So every morning I wake up in the morning and I go to the mirror and I give myself a high five. And this I learned from Mel Robbins. She said, go give yourself a high five in the morning. When was the last time you gave yourself a high five? We give high five to our friends, to our kids, but what about us? That's why this inner score needs TLC more than anything. We need to start giving ourselves more love, more attention, start to raise the bar within ourselves, and then everything we experience in life will start to raise as a result. Because the only thing we can fully control, and this is for some of you parents that you think you can control your child, that's impossible. They tried to control me and they couldn't. In school they tried also and they couldn't. Because the only thing we can truly control 100% is how we feel at any given situation. And how we feel will determine how we will act instead of react in life. And by giving ourselves a good internal score, we will become a high scoring individual in life. Wait a minute, wait a second before you go ahead and say like, oh, I give myself a 10, I'm the best, I'm a master at everything. There's also a part, and this is like the fine line that defines true high achievers, true masters, to those that live in illusion. Because there's some people that don't give themselves any score. They don't even evaluate how is their life or where their life is. But there's others that say everything's perfect, everything is magnificent, and they're drowning in that. They're living a pretty lame existence. They are not experiencing love. Their body looks like shit. They're eating crap. They're sharing crap. And they still think life is amazing. And this is people that are living in their head in a way that it's not productive, that is just creating fairy tales instead of being the fairy tale itself. So it's a fine line between not giving a crap and just basically lying to yourself and to the universe about what your current reality is. So to be able to honestly and truthfully give yourself a good inner score, it requires self-awareness. And by creating habits such as meditation, such as journaling, you start to understand why you are who you are, why you are where you are, what are the triggers, what are the lessons, what were the big impacts and events in your life that make you think like you think and make you act like you act. And from there take decisions to break the pattern of being yourself. And by you starting to care only about your thoughts, about your actions, about how you feel internally, you will be developing what is called an antifragile personality. An antifragile personality is that of a person that doesn't give a crap about the world, what they say about them, about what social media tells them, about what the news might say about them. They only care about what they think and what they do with their thoughts in this reality. Because if you are thinking about how lame you are, how unworthy you are, then of course you're gonna care about what somebody else is telling you. Because we're gonna confront in life, we're gonna come across people that are gonna say, hey Jose, you suck. Jose, your video sucks. And we're gonna see some comments like that, and if I care about that, then I will stop doing what makes me excited. But if I just connect to my purpose, and I give myself the benefit of knowing that I can always keep improving, but I'm amazing right now, I will keep trusting in myself, and I will not let anything outside of me take control over me. And this is one of the golden keys. By you developing an anti-fragile personality, by you developing a strong and high inner score where you know you're always doing your best and you give yourself the best score regardless of the outcome. You cannot base your worth in success, because if you are only worth until you have $1 million or until you achieve X, Y, or Z, then you will always be chasing the next big thing. And I've talked about this in other videos, how they asked, there's a book called Happy Money, and they asked a person with $1 million, do you feel millionaire? Do you feel happy? No, because I will feel happy when I have $10 million like him. They went to the other person that has $10 million. Do you feel happy and a millionaire? No, because I will feel happy when I have $30 million. So if you are always waiting for something outside of you to feel fulfilled, happy, worth, then you will be chasing smoke your entire life. But how about starting from right here, right now, to start to believe that you are everything you've ever wished, that you're perfect, that you're divine, not that you're not supposed to do any work, that you're not supposed to learn anymore, and that you can just chill and watch Netflix, because then you will not be growing. And this is why we're on this incarnation, to grow, to learn, and to share. So I'm going to encourage you right now to take a big deep breath, exhale, and feel the tingly sensation when it comes that, wow, I am actually really cool, and I don't need anybody to tell me this. I just know that if I'm alive, if I'm breathing, I am perfect. I can still keep refining this perfection through daily practice, through learning, through reading, through exercising. But I love myself, because if you don't love yourself, don't expect anybody to fulfill that lack of love you're feeling within you. So right now, you can start acknowledging that there's still a lot of work to be done. You can still do a few more push-ups, a few more pull-ups, send a few more emails on this journey of mastery. But give yourself a big high five, because you've made it all the way here. You've put so much sweat and tears to be able to be where you are at. And I know there's moments where you think, I can't do this, I can't deal with this, this is just way too much. But I'm here to remind you, because you already know this, I'm here to remind you that life is always giving you, and really mark my words, life is always giving you exactly what you need to keep growing. Life is always giving you exactly what you need to keep growing, to keep learning, to keep sharing. Because in a state of comfort, in a state of safety, in the couch scrolling for Netflix originals, you are not growing, you are not breaking your limitations. On the contrary, you are strengthening your limitations, your conditioning, and your idea of not being worthy. And if you failed 1,000 times, I'm also here to remind you that it's not a failure if you're alive, if you're here. It was just you going through the process of learning. But as we grow adults, we tend to see failure or not achieving the goal as a failure, and we are so hard on ourselves that we stop trying. Just imagine yourself when you were a kid, or look at other kids in the park. They're trying to ride their bicycle, to do something, they fall, and they don't even hesitate. They go back at it because they don't know what it is to fail. They have not been conditioned to that. And most adults are conditioned to that because at some point in our lives, somebody told us in our family, you're not good enough, you don't sing good enough, stop singing, you're not good with maths, you're not good with that. And then I remember growing up in school, getting a 4 at maths or a 3 in history, and thinking like, wow, I really suck at this, maybe I'm not meant to be doing this. Funny thing is, I love maths, but maybe the way they were sharing it was not adequate for me. I'm not saying it was the bad method, but maybe it was not adequate for me. But that didn't keep me from keep trying, and finding ways to learn maths in a new, more fun way to learn. So it's good to always recall why you stop pursuing your dreams. And it's always because somebody told you were not good enough. Maybe it was you that told yourself that you were not good enough. So drop the excuse, just grab the bottle of excuses, throw them away, and tell yourself, I can still do better. I can improve, I can learn, but today I'm gonna give myself a high five because I know I've got what it takes to do whatever I want in my life. And this is just a friendly reminder that whatever you've always wanted to do, your biggest dream, your massive transformational purpose, your big audacious goal, it's there and you're here. And the only thing between you and your goal, your vision, your milestones, is you. Stop blaming others, stop having excuses. Give yourself a nice high score because you're an amazing being that will fill you up with the right chemical reactions, with the strength to keep going. And tomorrow morning when you wake up, you go straight to the mirror and you give yourself a high five. You say like, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I am amazing. Now get to work. Blessings and love from Costa Rica. Leave down below your comments how your life is going. What do you need support? I'm also adding recorded breathwork where you can do every morning and just feel good and feel a high and prime your body for success. And don't forget to subscribe.